Stop hiring. Before you post that job listing, before you pay a recruiter, before you commit to another salary, I want you to set up your first AI employee instead. Not a chatbot you ask questions to, mind you. I want you to set up an actual role in your business that gets work done while you sleep. Imagine that. Well, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to set one up, what to hand it, meaning what two instructions to give it, and how to manage it so that the work actually comes back finished. And by the way, below this video, there is a link, a free download to a companion guide that actually shows you the specific prompts that you can use. So if you'd like, you can download that now, pause the video, or just grab it right after you watch this instructional video from me. And if you appreciate this type of content, gently type that like button and let's get to work. All right. Hey, first up, let's clear up what an AI employee actually is, because most business owners are getting this wrong. When people and business owners hear AI, they picture a chat window, which means you type a question, you get an answer, you copy it and you paste it, you fix it, and then you do that 30 or 40 more times, back and forth, back and forth. That is not an employee. That is a chat box interaction, and it is not going to help you long term, and not as it pertains to this video. That is also a very expensive intern who forgets everything the moment you close the tab, depending on some of your configurations, I realize, but it is not the optimal way. An AI employee is vastly different. It has what I call a very specific defined role, and it works from your actual files. It has a standard for what done looks like. And here's the cool part. It does that same job over and over without you re-explaining it every single morning or every single day, depending on your schedule. And that is the difference between AI and employing AI. One saves you a few minutes, the other saves you a salary. Now, think about the hire you were about to make. Maybe this was a part-time operations person, perhaps it's a virtual assistant, or maybe a junior marketer, which are all very important to your business and to your workflows. And you know what that role costs you and your business. Whatever number just showed up in your head, hold on to that for a second. Then add the hiring time, add the training time, and also don't forget, add the risk that they leave in 6 months and you start the whole thing over again. Your AI employee costs you one afternoon if you set this up right. Next is the part everybody skips, and it's the part that actually decides whether this works for you or not. You have to write the job description just like you normally would, because here's the mistake. Most people, I'm talking to you, a business owner, even executives, directors, on down to the solopreneur, most people open Claude and type something like, help me with my email. Help me with my document. That's not a job, that is a wish. And we don't build businesses on wishes. A real job description tells the new hire who they are, what they own, what files they work from, and what the finished work looks like. So instead, you write something like this. You are my operations assistant. Every Monday, you review the client folder. By the way, this is something you can easily set up and give permissions to inside Claude. Let's continue. You pull out anything that is overdue. You draft the follow-up. You draft the follow-up messages in my voice. And you flag anything you are not sure about instead of guessing. No guessing allowed. Do you notice what that last line does? It gives your AI employee permission to raise a hand. That single instruction eliminates most of the garbage output that people complain about. Quick break here. I put together the exact prompts I use into a free download called the AI Employee Starter Kit. It's my own guide that you can download for free. And it is the 5 prompts that turn Claude from a chat window into a role that actually owns work in your business. Link is in the description, as I mentioned, and the pinned comment below. Grab it and then come right back, because this next part is where most people quit too soon. Let's get to it. So the third piece is management. You have to manage this thing like a new hire, treat it like a new hire. And honestly, most business owners are worse at this with AI or with people. When a real employee hands you weak work, you don't fire them. You tell them what was wrong and you have them do it again. Do exactly that here. You are the orchestrator or the instructor or the coach or the trainer, and then hand the work back. Tell it what was missed and then ask it to check its own output against your standard before it ever hands you anything. In the previous video, by the way, I talk about this and using loops for this to be much, much easier on an ongoing basis to handle it for you. Now, that last step, that is totally the whole game here. When you build in a review loop, your AI employee catches its own mistakes before they reach your desk, and quality jumps right up through the roof immediately. Give it 2 weeks of that, correct it, hand the work back, tighten the job description as you learn what it keeps getting wrong, what it gets stuck by. And by the end, you'll have a role in your business that runs on its own. Here's the cool part. You never posted the job listing publicly. You told AI to work it. Everything I just showed you works in regular Claude as standard prompting. And it's the right place to start, especially if you're a beginner here. But as you've seen in some of the other videos, if you haven't checked those out, please do. But the moment you want your AI employee working directly on your real files and folders, instead of simply copying and pasting into a chat window, that's when you consider Claude Cowork. That is Claude Cowork. Check it out. It's actually in the interface when you download the desktop version. So you can basically apply the same job description, same review loop. It just does the work instead of handing it back to you. And it's automatic at this point because you can schedule it and it pulls directly from your folders that you've assigned, and there is no overreach here. You are completely secure. I talk about these things on this channel. So if you subscribe, if you want to see one, happy to do that as well. And I can show you more, but you have to subscribe. I most certainly appreciate it. And if you want to go deeper on the review loop I mentioned, the one that makes your AI employee catch his own mistakes, I made a full video exactly on that. And you can check that out by clicking above my shoulder right here. And as always, I appreciate your time. That's the most valuable asset. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.